This is the first part of a two-part series on how to set up OfficeMate for valid reporting results. In eyeReports, you can track your product sales by production groups, your frame sales by gender, material, amount, your frame sales by ethnicity, race, age. All these need to be set up in advance to make sure you have valid reporting results. Most of this you may have, but you need to verify it. For example, in a lot of reports I'm looking at where we're tracking sales by production groups, there's a report number 110. Here it shows sales by production groups by month for the year 2012. But if we look in the blank column, there's 190,000 of products that don't have production groups assigned, which means we're understating new patient refractions, plastic frame fees. All the production groups are understated. So we need to make sure the production groups are assigned to every product. This tutorial will help you with that. To set up the production groups, go into Setup, Customization, List Box Selections. The adjustment types are all the adjustments you make to the patient ledger financial transactions. You want to make sure these reflect the adjustments you want to make. But if we scroll down, you'll see production report groups. These are production groups versus financial groups. I've been asked, well, what's the difference between a financial group and a production group? Imagine a financial group is a journal entry, chart of account, an account that you'll give to an accountant for your month-end or year-end finances. So you might have general charts of accounts like ophthalmic material sales, frame sales, contact lens sales. Those would be financial groups, gross categories. Production groups are more macro. So instead of ophthalmic material sales, you might have single vision lenses, bifocal lenses, trifocal. You might have in contact lenses soft, hard, bifocal, rigid. For frame sales, you might have high style frames, core frames, designer frames. You want the production groups to be a production group that will be meaningful for you, so as you track it over time, those production groups have meaning. This is where you set up the financial and the production groups. Also in Setup Customization List Box, you can set up your lens categories, colors, finish, frame gender, materials, amounts. These are the items that will be in the list boxes when you select products. In Recall is where you set up your different recall types. Next, you want to set up your products. For each product or service, you have different product types. So now let's look at a frame. For every frame, if you want to track frame sales by gender, material, amounts, you want to make sure these fields are all completed. Here's where you'll enter the financial and production groups. On the product details page, base cost, and then if there are additional attribute costs, you want this to be the cost that you're actually paying for the product. There are lots of eyeReports that track sales and gross profits. This cost is used when a fee slip is recorded, so therefore you want the cost to be what you actually pay for it. The fee is what the usual and customary is that gets charged to the patient. You can also put in the product code, which is used in other reports, whether they're stock or non-stock frames. Then save it. If you need to update globally fees, costs, production groups, you can use the product maintenance. Here you select the product and select the manufacturer's name, financial group, or whatever the parameter is of what you want to update. Here's a little known secret. If you put the % sign in the product name, you can search all frames, or you can search all lens treatments. You don't have to add a category. And that's it for setup in OfficeMate administration. Part 2 will cover the things you should remember when you're using OfficeMate at a location.